Hi everyone, my name is Abhishek Jalan. I'm the CEO of Grovy Developments. I have my friend here, Imran. Please.
Hi, my name is Imran Agha. I'm the CEO of Grovy.ae. A revolutionary platform in real estate, the first of its kind digital property auction platform.
Thank you for being here, Imran.
It's a pleasure that you've called me. I'm really happy. Always to see you.
Same here. So, how are things? How's the market? Where are we seeing the market headed now?
I mean, obviously, with whatever has happened in the recent weeks, there's been a bit of uncertainty. I mean, there's no panic, obviously. Fundamentals are strong, things are good. It has given us, in terms of what we're doing, a great opportunity to be able to, reach out to the broker fraternity, educate them about what we're doing, how much value we can add to what they're doing in their businesses. So that way, it's been a great journey. We see things stabilizing going forward in the weeks and months going ahead. So looking at it that way, people are quite content, and transactions are slowly back on.
We're seeing the similar. The sentiments are very similar to what you're saying, and I think things are getting back into. Can you give me some brief, or we've already had a discussion a couple of times regarding Bully, and I know it's a revolutionary platform because it's the first platform which is coming
first fully digital
auction platform. So if you can give me a brief. So my concern, or rather my point of focus, would be only the regulatory side, because that is where a lot of education is lacking in the market, and that is where we need to educate people how a certain platform is able to get completely regulated by the regulatory bodies as well. So if you can take me through the whole flow of how things happen.
I mean, just going back in history a bit of time, thousands of years, there's been auctions in the world, a lot of property auctions as well. If you look at statistics, 4% of real estate volume in the established countries where auctions are done, there's a 4% volume they take. The difference is they're not very digital. It's the traditional stuff where you come in, do your bid, hammer, so on and so forth. We still also have an animated hammer, obviously. But we try to make it very, very digital, very easy. I mean, literally sitting here, looking at properties, being able to open a wallet, putting money into their account, bidding, and so on and so forth. In terms of regulation, obviously, it's well integrated with the Dubai Land Department, Dubai Economic Department. We have a license to auction properties. Then we have a back-end company which is called Grovy Backend Real Estate, which complements all the documentation, the compliance, and the forms, and so on and so forth. The A, B, and F form. We also signed up with the UAE Pass, which gives us a lot of credibility, where people, especially the residents, can just
verify them quickly.
Verify KYC, AML, everything is well integrated. So we've looked at that part. We got that done much earlier. The focus in the last few months was, being able to make this product very digitally viable, very, very user-friendly, very easy to use. And I think, with the first successful auction which we did,
you've done a few of them.
No, actually, we put up a few properties. I won't call it pilot because we actually did go live. We had a lot of participation. There were 46 bids that came through. Multiple people came in, opened the wallet, deposited money into the wallet, participated, and the highest bidder won.
And the minimum amount people are putting is a 10% of the bid value.
Yeah, so generally what it is because there's multiple properties on the platform. So what we generally tell people is, have a look at what you like generally. Instead of just putting in that 10%, try and put in a bit of an extra cushion, but that money stays into your wallet.
So you can increase the bid going forward.
Not going last moment, trying to add up and top up funds and not being able to do things on time, and to be able to achieve your targeted price if you can for that specific property. Add in that X amount of money, the money stays in your wallet. Once you put a bid, it goes into the property. For example, you outbid me, immediately that money comes back into my wallet.
This was going to be my next question, and I was going to frame it in a technical way, that if I can ask a technical question, so technically if I'm outbid, I get the money immediately back.
Immediately, so that you can either add, top up and go bid on that specific property, or if you feel that this property has reached the peak that you think that it should have, then there's many other options. So we've kept all that in mind. Plus, we also have that last 5-minute counter where in the last 5 minutes, if somebody bids, automatically the time increases by 5%.
Okay.
So that goes on. Plus, also there is an auto bid feature where if I sort of understand that this should be the value of the property, I'll put it on auto bid, but I'll start my bidding where the bidding is, and according to anybody else
gives you
bidding, it will
reminders.
automatically keep going up till that certain threshold. So you can also do that in a very automated and comfortable way.
Okay. So, how? I mean, I understand this is a platform where a lot of broker partners are going to get associated. Can you give me a brief as to how it benefits the broker partners as well?
Okay, so the idea to be able to get this app was to be able to make life easier for our broker fraternity. This is an industry which is driven by brokers.
Yes.
And obviously we want them to be part of the journey and to be able to understand how much value we are adding on to the business that they are doing. I'll give you a scenario. There are a lot of brokers where company owners where they've got brokers, hundreds of them. There'll be 5-7 brokers generally, which is the ratio where they'll have control, they'll have exclusive properties, which is fine, which is a good thing. But the other 90% generally have got properties, but they are being shared by 3 different brokerage companies. They normally put it up on certain portals and platforms. They wait for a call to come. Agent will normally call them, they'll do an 8-way. By the time they meet somebody, they negotiate, they go back to the seller with all that effort, the seller's already sold it to somebody else.
Yep.
So that control factor is very important. And then there are 2 other aspects where in terms of, even for the seller to understand through the broker that, okay, instead of going to 3 different brokers, I'm giving my property to one single platform where it's exclusive for a certain time, but I have already agreed a reserve price. So I know that if my price is achieved, then only the property will sell. And my property is not time bound, where in the next 3 weeks I will know the result of my property. And I'll not be able, I will not have to.
So it gives better control on the product.
Better control on the product, transparency, you've got those dashboards where you can monitor how many bids are coming in, what's going through. So the idea is to be able to price properties at a fair value where a lot of people come through and participate into the bid.
So this is for the agency network. Now, how does it, or going forward, how will it be taking into developer properties, primary properties into concern? Or is there a pipeline, is there a future to bring that on board?
I mean, to be honest with you, because this industry is established more so into actual acquisitions in terms of apartments, buildings, plots,
Secondary.
industries. So secondary is what the focus is. And I mean, I think you would probably be able to answer that question better because, normally what happens is, with my experience, developer has a set price. They won't want their property to be going down on value. And then working with so many different channel partners, it is imperative that that relationship also goes through.
I don't know, maybe just thinking about this idea, you, from a developer perspective, if you're putting a product at, for example, 100, developer pricing is 100. So to get a price discovery, I think this can be, it's a big risk. I don't think anyone would want to, but the idea can be, you can put a product under construction at 100 and see where the price discovery is. Does it close at 100? Does it close at 102? Does it close at 98? So at least it gives you what the fair price of the product should be, rather than...
I agree. But if you look at the platform that way, obviously I think it's still early days.
Yeah, I think...
In time, obviously we do have that thought and idea in mind, where once the company establishes out and has a vast database of potential buyers and a network, then even for the developer in that way, we will be comfortable that, okay, so I'm giving it to an platform where they've already got a vast data of potential buyers, and then the price can be set accordingly.
Yes. So we all, I've seen the platform, I've seen the user interface, I've registered myself as well. We can all see the platform, but how much time does it take to, actually have the results, and how much time did it take you to have the things implemented and, come to market?
You know what? I've been in the industry for the last 20 years, but technology suddenly kicked in the last few years and has really moved fast.
Yes.
Obviously, that was intriguing, and that is why we took this opportunity, saw the gap in the market towards PropTech and digitalization, where the world is shifting to basically. So we started everything in-house, did our research, did our homework in terms of how everything works. The basic structure of an auction is always the same, but how to put it digitally. And then also getting all these partners and all these integrations, like you mentioned, within time. So the whole journey was about 14 months. We were expecting about 8-9 months, but to be certain where the user experience is seamless and literally at 4 touch of buttons, potentially at times you can buy a property or you can list a property and make life easier for yourself. So it took 12 months, but let me tell you, this will never stop. It is
it's
an
an
ever
evolving
evolving
process, yes.
process, and you keep adding and.
But to go live initially, it took the whole concept, design, back-end processing, and having the systems in place. Now it's a matter of improvising them.
Correct.
But having the system set up and all this took about 14 months.
14 months, and like I said, first successful sale. We've got now in the pipeline multiple properties which we are sort of evaluating and finalizing and putting together. So in the coming days and weeks, there will be multiple fantastic opportunities for investors.
I think this particular platform can also give good access to tokenization of properties.
Yes, that is something which can be looked at. At the moment, like I said, we wanted to be very clean and straight. So we're also not doing litigation and these court properties.
Yes.
So it is just genuine, straightforward real estate properties and projects within the whole of UAE.
Yeah.